All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're looking at two incredible breakthroughs in material science. And I'm not exaggerating when I say they're about to change, well, pretty much everything. From the medical scans that save our lives to the virtual worlds we escape into.
You know, for hundreds of years, the rule for seeing things better was super simple. If you wanted to see farther or smaller or clearer, you needed bigger, heavier, and more complicated pieces of curved glass. It didn't matter if it was a giant telescope or tiny camera lens. Bigger was better. But now, two revolutions are happening at the same time, and they're completely flipping that old rule on its head. We're talking about replacing all that bulky, curved glass with surfaces that are impossibly thin and perfectly flat. And we're seeing cloudy, uncertain medical images transform into pictures of our health that are crystal clear.
Okay, let's get into it. First up is a revolution that's happening on a scale that is just mind-bogglingly small. We're talking thousands of times smaller than a single human hair. So, this tech is called a metasurface. And I need you to forget everything you think you know about lenses bending light. A metasurface is a totally flat layer, but it's covered in millions of microscopic pillars. Think of them like a whole city of tiny traffic cops for light, each one telling every single light wave exactly where to go. No curves needed, at all. And how it works is honestly just beautiful. By designing the exact shape and layout of these tiny structures, engineers can essentially program a flat surface to do the job of a whole stack of heavy, complicated glass lenses. It really is like replacing a giant, old-school mechanical computer with a single, elegant microchip. And this isn't some far-off, in-the-future tech. The applications are popping up right now. Researchers have already figured out how to combine these metasurfaces with OLEDs, yep, the same stuff that makes your phone screen light up, to create holograms. This is a huge deal because it means we can finally have stable electric holograms without needing big, clunky external lasers. And you can see right away what this means for us, especially for anyone interested in VR and AR. I mean, forget those heavy goggles. Just imagine VR glasses that are as light and thin as the sunglasses you already own. That's the kind of future this tech makes possible. Okay, so that's revolution number one. Now let's switch gears to number two. We're moving from the virtual world right into our own bodies with a tech called nuclear medicine imaging. So there's this really powerful tool called SPECT. Don't worry about the full name. What's important is that it lets doctors see what's actually happening inside you. Things like blood flow to your heart or your brain. But for decades, it's come with this really frustrating trade-off. Here's the problem doctors have been stuck with for years. You had two choices, and neither one was great. Option one was cheap and widely available, but it gave you blurry images, kind of like trying to see through a foggy window. Option two, using a material called CZT, gave you incredibly sharp images, but it was crazy expensive and fragile. So it was always this painful choice, quality or cost. You just couldn't have both. But now, a real game changer is here. It comes from a family of crystals called perovskites. And if that name sounds familiar, it's probably because these things are already total rock stars in the solar panel world, making them way more efficient. Well, now they're about to do the same thing for medical imaging. The lead researcher, Mercury Kanasadides, over at Northwestern, basically says, this is it. This is the proof we've been waiting for. They've finally developed a gamma-ray camera using perovskites that gives you that top-tier, expensive image quality, but at a cost that could be as low as the cheap, blurry option. So how good is it, really? Well, it all comes down to this one number, 2.5%. That number represents a new world record in precision for this kind of medical scan. It means the new detector can spot tiny differences in energy with an accuracy that's even better than the super expensive systems being used today. So what does this mean for you, for me, for anyone who might need a scan? It's huge. It means scan times get shorter. It means doctors get clearer results, which leads to better diagnoses. And maybe most importantly, it means lower, safer doses of radiation and way more people getting access to the best imaging available. So let's just step back for a second. We've got two totally different materials, metasurfaces playing with light waves and perovskites detecting gamma rays. But you can see where this is going, right? They're both pointing to the exact same future. The real magic here, the common thread, is that both of these breakthroughs are happening at the most fundamental level, the material itself. We're not just building better gadgets, we're inventing entirely new stuff that gives us this unbelievable ability to control light and to see our world and ourselves with a brand new kind of clarity.
So what does a world with this tech actually look like? Well, it means AR that doesn't feel like you're wearing a brick on your face. It means high-quality medical scans becoming the standard in every clinic, not just the wealthy ones. It means cameras so thin you could build them into just about anything.
Okay, but let's be real. The question you're probably asking is the same one we always ask. When can I actually get my hands on this? How soon before this stuff moves out of the lab and into our lives? And, we have to do a little reality check here. As exciting as all this is, there are still some big hurdles. For Metasurfaces, just figuring out how to mass produce these incredibly detailed nanopatterns is a huge challenge. And for right now, they still can't quite match the perfect, flawless resolution you get from a really high-end traditional glass lens.
So in the end, what we're really talking about here isn't just cool science. We're talking about giving ourselves powerful new eyes, the ability to see things we've never been able to see before. And that leaves us with a pretty big question, doesn't it? As we master light in this new way, what are we going to choose to look at next? What new frontiers will we explore, both out in the world and deep inside ourselves?